Hey everyone, it's Amanda again. I'm finally getting this layout posted, this process video posted. I'm going through showing supplies that I'm using. Um, this is the remainder of, or some of the larger scraps, not scraps, I don't know what you would call it, I guess bits of pattern paper that I have left over from the April kit from Coco Daisy. And so I'm thinking of doing a shelf type thing where I have lots of different elements sitting on the shelves. And at first I thought that I was going to do them very straight, and then I decided to change my mind and instead make them a little less straight and more sideways. So I'm just adhering everything down before I forget my placement for it. And I'm using the This to That adhesive from American Crafts, and I really like it. This is the solid one. I know other people prefer the dot one, but I don't know why I like the solid better. So I would definitely recommend either of them, though. It's a really good adhesive. I also use my ATG, but I'm finding that sometimes when I'm doing layouts like this, it just gets too bulky to have on my desk. So I like the small adhesive runners as well. So, um, So I'm still just going through, and I'm not entirely sure. I think I cut that down a little bit because I wanted it to be a little bit smaller. Yep. Sorry if you hear my dog bark in a minute. It's like 10:30 and my daughter's asleep, and my husband's in bed, and if she barks, I'm going to be very upset for many reasons. So I took it to my sewing machine and I ended up stitching along each layer, not only to keep it down, but also just to kind of give it a little bit of a textural effect. And now I'm just trimming off some of the excess paper. I have several other videos as well that I'm trying to get uploaded, and if you watched the Kill the Kit video, you'll know that I got a camcorder, so I'm very excited about being able to use that soon. The picture quality is much better, and it's a better angle than my camera or my laptop, and I can scrap facing myself instead of having to face the camera, which makes it a lot nicer. So you can look forward to several videos, at least 3, coming up in the next few days. One is a little bit of a different video, but hopefully you'll like it. So I'm inking everything up. I found that butterfly tag from the kit and this gray one, and I don't end up using the gray one. But I like it. I think it's still actually left in the kit. I haven't used it at all. So I'm going through my pictures, and I knew which pictures I wanted. I just had to find them. And there are some of my favorite pictures of my husband, and even more now so that we have our little 1-year-old, because they're so much alike. They look exactly alike, they act exactly alike, and this just goes to show how much they are similar. Mainly because in this picture, I'll tell you the story behind it. His mom told me that when he was a baby, he would play so hard and long until he would just pass out. And he loved this rocking horse, and he would ride it until he would fall asleep, and then he would fall and hit his head and wake up and do it again. And so it was just a fun memory. So I took one of those Polaroid frames, and that background stamp is from Stampin' Up. It's a wood grain stamp. It's one of my favorites. And I thought that I was going to put it on this picture um, just to kind of add a little bit of a design element to it. And so I trimmed that out, and then this one I decided to leave blank. I think I toy with, oh no, so I'm going to get, I think it's Daffodil Delight. I think that's the color ink. It's also Stampin' Up. And I wanted to just kind of add some color to that frame, so I just take the ink pad directly to the Polaroid. And I like the way that it wasn't a solid color. It kind of gave it a, I don't know what color or what technique you would call that, but it's not watercolor, just kind of a smudged grunge kind of look to it, and it pulled out the yellow in that floral paper. You can't see the yellow too well in the camera, but it's actually a very bright, bold yellow. It's the same yellow that's in the butterfly tag up at the top. So it pulled that in together nicely. So I'm going through some of the cut apart sheets again, just looking for elements that I can use. And the one that I found, I think it says So Happy. Pretty sure. And I am in a minute going to turn the page facing me because it gets too much. I can't figure out what I'm doing. I decided to take the yellow Polaroid, and I like that green diagonally striped paper from that cut apart tag, and so I adhere it behind that and kind of create a background that will sit out on top of that floral paper. And then I was going to use a Polaroid with veneer, but I thought that was too much, so I actually go and I get a camera and I stick it down in the middle, and it's kind of, I don't know, I really liked the way it turned out for some reason. It was very simple and basic, but I think it had a cool effect. So I'm just kind of building where my layers or where my clusters are going to go. I usually do groups of 3, so I've got my 3 main elements. Those are from the Snap collection, I think, those little tabs that you can see. And then I've got some label stickers and those sticker books that you see me go through in almost every single layout. So at this point I decided that that white cardstock, the white frame, even though I had added the wood grain to it, was just too stark compared to the creams in the papers. So I take the wood grain stamp again, and I ink it up on some craft. Those are from Mercy Tierra, her silhouette Polaroid cutouts, and I just cut a bunch of them in white and craft one day, and so I decided to use that instead, and I like it much better against the pattern papers that I picked because they're very cream based papers. And so like I said, like that stark white, even with the brown stamping on it, was just way too much. So I like that much better how it turned out. So I go back to looking for embellishments that I can use. When I first got the kit, I was in love with the cut apart sheets, but I'm finding it really hard to use them. I'm not sure why, but I don't know. I've still got a few left over at the end of the kit, and so I'm going to be using those for sure, but I didn't use them up as quickly as I thought that I would. So just going through the sticker books, trying to find little things. I find a sticker from, oh gosh, I think it's Amy Tangerine, one of her older kits, and it says a slice of the good life, and it was green, so it brought in the green from the diagonally striped paper at the bottom, and also the green in some of the other papers. And I haven't pulled it out yet, but you will, there it is. And so I cut it out so that I could just play with it a little bit. And I do end up sticking it up there in that corner. Of course, my little potty person, I gotta have those on there. They're probably my favorite wood veneer that I have other than the cameras. I wish they would have mustache wood veneers. Maybe we should get on that. I would totally buy mustache wood veneers. I know some people don't get the mustache craze, but I think it's super cute. I thought about using the ribbon, but I didn't. Ribbon's a hard thing for me to use on my layouts. Again, I'm not exactly sure why. Some people can use it and they use it beautifully, but I just really struggle with it. I've used it on a couple of mine, but not very often. Sticking that green sticker down with some dimensional adhesive, and I use Stampin' Up! Dimensional adhesive. It's my favorite because it's not too bulky and they're small. I've got lots of different varieties, and that seems to be my favorite. So sticking my camera down, sticking that little thing. I did end up sticking a banner sticker from that Snap collection on the bottom of that. I didn't end up writing anything on it or anything. I just liked the craft and how I brought it in because there's craft at the top of the page. There's craft in the middle with the papers and the Polaroid frame, and then there wasn't really any down on the bottom of the page, so I brought that in. I don't know what I have here. I can't tell. Oh, I think I took the excess paper and I made a tab, but I don't end up using it. I just cut it out freehand. So now I'm working on my title, and this is where I have to flip the page because my title is going to be fairly long, and I wanted to make sure that I got it on there straight. I think I'm cleaning up a little bit. Oh, no. I knew that I wanted to use one of those letter or word stickers that came in the kit. And it was the word you, and I knew that I wanted it to go in that floral, the big floral block, patterned paper block, but once I got it down, it did not stand up off of it well at all. So I ended up going back to my stash, and I found a chevron vellum, and so I stuck that down, and that became the base for my title. And I used the word sticker and then the thickers that came in the kit, and also the letter stickers, the flat ones that came in the kit. And my title is "You Just Love All That Rockin'," to coincide with the rocking course. And I also used the love sticker from those word stickers. I think this layout turned out to be one of my favorite ones that I've done, and I think it was the vellum that did it for me. I don't use vellum on a lot of my layouts, and when I do, it's just kind of as an accent layer. And so to have such a large piece on there, I just really liked how it turned out. So now I know I want to put that other picture in there. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put it. And so I decide to move the title page, or the title, to the bottom. Sorry, to the middle, and the picture to the bottom. And I actually like that much better. So there we go. And I'm going to mat that photo, I think. I don't remember if I matted or not. Okay, I guess I don't. This is the third time that I've tried doing this voiceover. All the other times, either something's happened or I've just been interrupted, so I feel like I'm saying all this stuff over and over and over. So I mat it on craft paper. Do I leave it like that though? It's pretty bad that I don't remember. It's also very late, and I have to be up early in the morning, but I wanted to get this one done because it takes so long to upload. So I'm playing around with placement. I decided to leave that where it was. I liked it there. There's me staring again. Now I remember what I did. I did use that green washi down at the bottom to create another layer, and then I brought in the yellow also. And this is about where I call it quits. I'm just adding touches of that washi tape to the top, and I didn't realize that I was out of frame on the top. And I added the washi because I didn't like the way that the picture wasn't sitting kind of tucked into those shelves like all the other elements are. And so it created another element, also gave it more texture, a different kind of texture. And I really like how it turned out. So I'm just going to add my journaling, and my journaling just simply tells the story that I told at the beginning about rocking till he fell asleep. So that's basically the end of this layout. Like I said, just keep checking back for more process videos because they will be coming soon. And I'll end this with some still photos of the layout and some up close detailed shots. So I'd love to hear constructive feedback if you like the layout or not, and I hope that you have a great rest of your week and enjoy your weekend.